Dear law students, I'm going to go over the top 5 lies that law schools tell you. My name is Marco Brown, and I own Brown Family Law in Salt Lake City. I'm going to look down at my phone as I do this to make sure that I get all 5 of these. The first one is law students don't work for large law firms on the whole, okay? So what happens is you go into law school and your law school is grooming you actually to be a big firm lawyer, and that's because those are the people that give money to law schools. Those are the people that come to recruit in law schools. Those are prestige jobs, right? So law schools want to get their students into those prestige jobs because it brings prestige to the law school, okay? Not necessarily to you, because believe me, you can go get a job at a big law firm. Lots of people do, and then they get out. 56% of American attorneys are solos for a reason. Big law kind of sucks, okay? But you're being groomed for it to bring prestige to your law school, and specifically to bring prestige to your dean, because the more prestige that comes to the law school, the more prestige that comes to the dean, the better able that dean is to move up in the law school ranks. So maybe it's the University of Akron, where the dean is right now, can go to the University of Nebraska after that, can go to Yale, whatever it is, right? You're bringing prestige. These jobs are bringing prestige to that person, not necessarily to you. So you have to realize that big law doesn't account for that many jobs in the law universe anyway. Probably not going to get a job there, but maybe it's your deal. Okay, that's fine. But for the vast majority of attorneys, not the way it's going to go. But that's what you're being groomed for in law school, and that's why it's the number 1 lie. The number 2 is lawyers make far less money on average than you're being told by your law firms. So I think the average attorney makes somewhere in the neighborhood of about $70,000 a year, and you know, that's okay, I guess, but it's not that much. Certainly not nearly as much as law schools seem to indicate, because they cherry pick data to inflate the income numbers. Because how on the green earth are you going to convince anybody to spend $150,000, $200,000, whatever it is? I graduated with $160,000 in debt, but how can you convince anybody to do that when your average pay is $75,000? Right? They have to like manipulate the data to even come close to convincing you to go to law school. And that's why it's the number 2 lie. Okay, number 3 is your skill as a lawyer is not really correlated with how much money you make as a lawyer. So in law school, there's this idea that the better the lawyer you are, the better thinker you are, the more money you're going to make, the more successful you're going to be as an attorney. Not really, especially when it comes to the money. This has been discorrelated. Your knowledge and skills as an attorney and how much money you make has been discorrelated since, I believe, the late 1990s, early 2000s when they look at the data. And now, really, what you have to do to be well paid as an attorney is you have to be an excellent attorney, or hopefully you're an excellent attorney. It's uncorrelated, so you don't have to be, but you should be. So be an excellent attorney, but then be a good marketer as well. Market yourself and market what you do, show people the value of what you do, be a good brander, be good at sales and closing, be a good rainmaker. That's what makes you the money, because attorneys don't work for attorneys. Attorneys work for rainmakers, okay? And that is the thing that law schools will just not tell you. They will not explain how you market, how you sell, how you rainmake. They just don't tell you that stuff. They just keep telling you the better attorney you are, the more money you're gonna make. Absolutely not. Okay. All right, number 4. Employers deeply care about where you went to law school. They do not. Okay, with the exception of some employers, federal government, maybe federal judiciary, certainly, some larger big law firms in Chicago, New York, LA, these types of places, large metropolitan areas, they will care where you went to law school. All of those jobs that really, really care where you went to law school account for less than 1% of overall jobs in the lawyer universe, okay? So 99% of employers really don't care all that much, okay? Now, if you do get the occasional attorney within a law office that cares where you went to law school, that attorney's a jerk. Don't talk to that attorney. Like, no one likes that guy. But I can tell you, as a lawyer who employs lawyers, there are 10 lawyers right now, I don't think I could name 5 law schools that they went to. Like, I just don't even care. I get the resume, I skip over where they went to law school, I look at their grades, because grades are important, okay, but not where they went to law school. And then I look at their experience and then I sit down with them and I look at their attitude and their capabilities and that, content of character, right? Those types of things. But I don't care where they went to law school at all. And the vast majority of employers, because I know a lot of people who own law firms across the United States now, almost none of them care, okay? But law schools have a vested interest in telling you that people care very much where you went to law school because they want to make themselves seem prestigious. So you go to that law school, and if they told you it doesn't really matter where you go to law school, then the whole impetus for you going to their law school goes away. So that's why they kind of fudge that. Okay, and then number 5, the last one, grades will make or break your career. They won't. Grades are important. They're correlated to how well you do as an attorney, and that's why I tell law students all the time, look, don't mess with your grades, attend every class, go work hard, because how you do anything is how you do everything. So you'll be more successful as an attorney if you get better grades in law school. There's not really that much doubt about that on kind of a personal level, and there's also not that much doubt about that on a data population level with law students. So yes, employers do care about your grades much more than they care about where you went to law school because it's correlated with how well you're going to do. But is it going to make or break you? Like if you're in the top third and you're in the top 10, are you going to be appreciably better as an attorney or make appreciably more money? Probably not, actually. Really what it comes down to is you get in with that first job and then you start working it, okay? And you figure out how to sell, how to market, how to rain make. These types of things are going to be much more correlated with what you make as an attorney and how successful you are as an attorney, okay? Rather than your grades. So look, if you're not great, if you're not in the top half, okay, your life is not over. You're going to be okay. You're going to have to work a little bit harder to get that first job out of law school. You'll probably have to work a little bit harder to get some love after law school. But if you do the right things, you focus on the right skill sets, you become a good attorney, you figure out the marketing pieces, the rainmaking pieces, you're going to make so much more money than people that rely just on their grades. So you're going to be okay. Again, you might have to work a little bit harder, but you're going to be all right. Okay. And again, do as well as you can in law school. Realize your grades are not going to make or break you. So those are the 5 lies that law schools tell. And until next time, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and do well in law school. Go out and kill it.